AIs are an integral part of Metal Gear Rising, of which there are of course plenty. Most are pretty simple unmanned gear, UGs for short, who serve as cannon fodder and simple mindless antagonists you face. One, however, catches your eye from the very second you meet him. I'm talking of course about no other than Bladewolf, a sentient and incredibly intelligent prototype UG adopted by World Marshal. He's the first major antagonist we actually fight and defeat, and serves as a generic roadblock that forces the player to use the game's mechanics properly, at least from a design perspective. On the surface, Bladewolf's writing seems pretty simple, but in reality, he's one of the most fleshed out characters in the entire game. As always, we begin with a little bit of backstory, with his original name being IF Prototype LQ84I. Oh damn, that was a lot to say. Bladewolf was created as an experimental UG equipped with around 56 times more computing power and potential than his predecessors, even rivaling that of a human brain, as well as vocal interface allowing him to communicate with humans. This drove his intellect and self-consciousness to unimaginable levels compared to previous models. All of these developments were made in an attempt to eliminate the use of both human combatants and cyborgs in conflict. Unfortunately, this eventually backfired, as his advanced learning capabilities greatly hindered his combat performance, and his fighting cause now wasn't as malleable as other UGs. Bladewolf quickly started questioning what he actually fought for, or if he even wanted to fight in the first place, which we see in the moments our protagonists have with him. Still, he only fights because he was made a war machine, and nothing else. Due to this, the interface prototype project was quickly shelved, with Bladewolf being the only working model of this kind of development. Bladewolf's developing Defiance to Fight was made abundantly clear in his DLC chapter. There, he explains his poor combat record as a result of the fact that he lacked the initial human need for violence and conflict and the corresponding will to suppress it, which could not be taught through VR missions and training. His immense intellect also contributed to this, as he now had the self-consciousness and the will to try to defy his cause to destroy. As I said before, in all encounters with the protagonists, Bladewolf clearly states that he is simply following orders and does not really want to fight, and must he disobey those orders, he is threatened to have his drive wiped, in other words, killed. After he is defeated, for example by Sam, he tells Bladewolf the reason to his poor combat performance is the fact that Bladewolf is forced to fight, while Sam chooses to on his own.
How did you? You fight because you're forced to. I fight because I choose to.
It's also made very clear that if Bladewolf wasn't so physically restricted by his overseers, he would choose to experience that very freedom he was told to dispense in the upcoming mission with Kamzin. This actually nearly happens, but Mistral deceives him and turns on the rage inhibitors that prevent Bladewolf from exiting a certain area. His strive for freedom is also reinforced by his iconic character design. He is modeled after a canine, like a wolf or a dog. Animals, which throughout literature and history itself, have gained a notable reputation of being loyal and devoted to their owners. Compared to Bladewolf's situation, this turns out to be rather oxymoronic, further symbolizing how he started to defy arguably his very nature of serving his masters. Bladewolf's eventual turning point is his defeat to Raiden, the main character we play as, after which he is reassembled from his former identity of IF Prototype LQ84I to the now well-known Bladewolf persona. This serves as his de facto redemption as he joins Raiden's side after this defeat. The thing is, Bladewolf perceives being on the same side with Raiden completely differently than being a subject of World Marshal. He, in the end, has gotten what he wanted. He became free from the chains of the company and is very thankful to Raiden for helping him do so. Returning to his loyal canine nature, this time at his own will, he joins Maverick to aid Raiden in his quest for justice. This is one of the main reasons he serves Maverick so loyally. He has finally gained the satisfaction and the freedom he otherwise wouldn't have gotten from World Marshal. His beyond imaginable intellect is now used the way Bladewolf himself wants to and fights for the causes he approves of. He has finally reached his goal and has become truly free. This video was extremely fun to research and produce, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about Bladewolf's redemption in the comments below. As always, this was Cold Brew, thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Peace.